Hi everybody, welcome to this Pro and Expert Division playthrough for the Bigfoot 9-hole cup. If you are new to the channel, very warm welcome. Great to have you with us here on the BK Golf Clash YouTube channel. Please hit thumbs up on the video and make sure you subscribe as well. Get that bell button switched on to get your notifications. And like I said, if you are new, check out that channel homepage. Loads of playthroughs and playlists with tutorial videos to help you improve your gameplay regardless of your division or skill level. All par 5s in this tournament from 3 different courses. There are some albatross drops to use here as a reference, and as always these are not indicative of the tournament wins we will get. These are just random wins for you to start planning your approaches. You are going to need some albatrosses to get those drops to be towards the top of the leaderboard, so get your pen and pencil and paper ready to take your preliminary notes. Good luck everybody, and here we go with hole number 1. Now we do have a hint of headwind here. You can use a Kingmaker if you want, but a 6 top spin, 1 left spin. Alternates here could be big topper, or if you've only got 4.5 top spin, you can play with that, but just need to go with more overpower. Adjustment here, max plus 10, add your spin and aim down the middle of that right hand side of fairway. Here I'm going with 3 rings of overpower. Like I said, if you have less topspin available, you might want to go with 1 extra ring. But we are aiming to get this one around 380 to 385 yards. Find the middle of the fairway and it will set up a nice attempt with our sniper. Now here, once again, I'm going to push up rings from min. So I'm going to push up 10 rings and then add spin and get the ball guide going to the hole. It will vary depending how you get on with your drive. Now in the video here, again I'm playing 25% slider, so that is in between min and mid. More info on that on the Academy tutorial playlist, so do check that out. But I go here minus 5% elevation, which I feel is good, but do need a little bit more adjustment. So once again, rather than power 3 numbers, I would go with power 4, maybe even power 5 numbers on this one, but it's a good first look at it anyway. We do come in just missing on the right side, so a couple more there on that one. Very good chance. Kingmaker and quarterback, and we're going to set up at max distance with the red ring touching the rough on the right. So P3 max, red ring touching the rough with the QB. Then we're going to add 5 top spin, 3 right spin. Adjustment is going to be, once I've found the correct position, red ring, not blue ring, there we go. Max plus 5 on this one, maximum distance, 5% elevation, power 3. If anything, favour 1201 here, just in case you put some accidental OP on and you don't want to roll too long. So if anything, favour 1201. Then we go with 1 ball of curl to the right, maybe a little bit more. Might be good, especially if you're a great left person. I don't mind a great right here, is absolutely fine, though perfect ball also would have been fine. But just be advised, if you have a tendency to hit great left, you want to go with a little bit more curl to compensate. Second shot going to be a no spin setup, which is always nice. So find the position, ball guide pointing at the pin, stopping 2 green squares short. Zoom in to check your alignment and your position. Then we're using landing position plus yards. Plus 1 here is going to be 76% slider, and we're playing 10% elevation but power 2 numbers. So change to power 2 settings here. Plus 1, 76% elevation, 10% elevation. Sorry, 76 slider, 10% elevation. We got there in the end. Perfect ball here, and with this no spin shot, we drop it very nicely, get that little turn around with the camera, and we're in for the albatross. Albatross time here on this par 5, and I do think it's time that we push the drive a little bit here and even risk the glitch roll. Setting up with the quarterback, half of the white ring inside the rough at max. Then we're going to switch to the rock level 8 plus. I go with 2.8 top spin, 3 left spin. I do want to push this drive to be able to play the rough bump, and I do think the gamble is going to pay off. I have not caught the glitch roll in all my testing so far this morning. Max plus 5, power 3, max curl to the left, and just before the overpower circle glitches there, which for me, without using grid lines, I class that as no overpower. So just look for that circle to drop and then find the point before it does when you add your curl. 328 yards, anywhere around 325 to 330 is going to be fine, because we can play the rough bump without adjusting into overpower. 5.5 topspin, 3 right spin. Add spin, get the ball guide just going through the hole. Then we are going to use plus yardage here. True club distance, -5. Push the rings, otherwise you'll have to zoom out quite a lot to adjust. So push your rings to adjust. So for a +2 yards here with Sniper 10, I'm going 75% slider, -5 elevation. Perfect ball here is going to have a very, very good chance of dropping, in my opinion, and you'll see why here. I do think it is worth pushing that drive just to have a go at this rough bump, because it is going to guarantee you the best chance rather than bouncing over. And here we drop it for a lovely albatross. For this hole, I'm going to suggest play with a berserker ball just to make things easier to grab our eagle. Play with the quarterback, set up blue ring touching the rough on the left with quarterback 9+ at max distance, and either 3 or 3.2 top spin here and 1 bar side spin to the left. Then we are going to adjust max +10 power 5 settings. Max +10 power 5 settings, and the reason we're using a berserker is just to make it easier for the second shot. Don't want to have to risk with going any overpower. So power 5 ball will make this easier if you can spend one. Perfect ball here, minor great left, minor great right, both fine of course with the accuracy of the quarterback. Sometimes you're going to get a slightly longer roll than others, but anywhere around 330 to 340 going to be absolutely fine. Second shot, playing with the sniper, and we're going to set up here with max top spin and also 2 bars side spin to the right. And we're going to go for a second bounce rough bump, and you see I'm stretching out into overpower here to work out how many rings I need to push up. I estimate about 3 rings, but because we do have tailwind, I'll actually push up slightly less than that. Max +10 power 5 is the adjustment on this one, so max +10 power 5, and then because we stretched out to find our landing position with the ball guide coming out of the rough, I then push up. In the end I go with 2.5 rings push up here, because I do have quite a strong wind direction here in Expert, 11.3 with the berserker. Perfect ball away, difficult to dial in the albatross here, but you're going to get very safely onto the green, catching the rough nicely, and the topspin takes us out, and we are putting to secure the eagle on this par 5. Berserker, 6 bars of topspin here needed on your driver, setting up at +16 or +17 with extra mile level 8, just equates to the max distance line with a power 3 ball. Adjust max +10, just aim down the middle, no need to push up, but we do go with full overpower, hit perfect. And we're using a berserker because we do want to play with sniper for the second shot. As I said, this next approach shot has been absolute money for me and a lot of other people in Expert, and it's working here in Pro as well. 396, second shot, always going to play 2 backspin, 2 right spin. Add your spin first. Then we set up with the ball guide passing the right edge of the hole and going a couple or 2 to 3 green squares beyond the pin. We're going to use our plus yardage. So for +5 with Sniper 10, we need to play 65% slider, 25% elevation. If you are at +3, then you would go 60% slider, 25% elevation, 2.5% slider per plus yard. So here, +5, 65 slider, 25 elevation. I'm 2 out of 2 on this one, and like I said, been dropping very nicely in Expert as well. Perfect ball away, going to have a brilliant chance of an albatross here. Bounces very nicely, and there we see dropping right at the pin. Hole number 6 usually is just an eagle hole, and it really still is an eagle hole, but there is a small chance of an albatross actually in this wind angle. Titan, 6 top spin, 2 right spin. Again, same applies as before. You could use the big topper here, or you could go with lower level extra mile as well. But adjust max 10, push up to max and aim down the middle. Perfect ball away here is important, especially with extra mile. We don't want to go with any great balls here. It does risk clipping the rough. Lower level extra mile, you do have room for a ring of overpower if you want to gain some distance, but 6 bars of topspin is great because we can get to over 400 yards. Second shot, I do use the big dog. Interestingly enough, if you want, you could even try a berserker here with a sniper and try and attack the pin for the albatross. But even with a big dog and a power 3 ball, you're going to have a good look at it, to be honest. 2.5 backspin here, 2 left spin. We're going to aim as shown, aiming at the fringe there with a little bit of the red ring inside the rough at max. Obviously, you may need to tweak your backspin depending on your drive. Max plus 10 is the adjustment here. Then we are going to go with curl. About half a ball of curl to the left. Difficult to dial this one in with this club because of the ball guide, but a perfect ball is going to secure the eagle, and we do actually come pretty close for this hole to getting the albatross, so you may get lucky with a -3, but very, very easy way to secure the eagle nonetheless. Alright, so berserker and the APOC, obviously go with driver, gives you the most power with 6 bars of topspin, and also if you do have a choice of accurate clubs, obviously go with those as well. I don't move the target, so I'm pre-selecting the ball. 6 topspin, 2 left spin, adjust max plus 10, pushing back up to max and then going with full overpower with half a ball of curl to the left. We do hit a great right, however the accuracy on the APOC that we have here is fine. We've got loads of room on the fairway. Takes a second bounce, just clips the rough and roll out, which is absolutely fine because we do have, from here and a power 5 ball, chance for an albatross. As you can see, we are right at max distance of the club, which makes it easy in one respect. Obviously, if we're shorter, bit of an issue, but we did get a clumsy roll out from the rough. Usually, you will be about 10 or 15 yards further along, to be honest. So, set up, apply 1.1 top spin, and then set up with the ball guide going to the pin. And here we are adjusting true club distance plus 10%. So we are at max distance. I'm going max plus 10. Obviously, if you're further back, then you'll have to just reduce the slider slightly. But it is an aggressive option. Obviously, with the tailwind, we do have to go for it, especially in a tournament scenario. We hit perfect, bounce in the rough very nicely. We get that camera and we are dropping this beautifully for an albatross. Here we are then with the drive using a Titan, and we have cross tailwind here, so we can play with the rock. 3.5 bars top spin, 1 bar side spin to the left, aiming straight down the middle of the fairway there. Adjustment max plus 15. Max plus 15 here. I like using the rock here. Obviously, if you don't have the rock in this level, then you may well have to use a different driver, but the setup and the adjustment should be the same. Just concentrate on the second bounce if you are using a driver with different accuracy. So max plus 15 there, 3.5 top spin, 1 bar side spin to the left, and this runs down there very nicely. Using the rock, minor balls hit great left, great right will be absolutely fine, but obviously if you're using extra mile, you may clip the rough due to the narrow fairway. Second shot, the sniper, very good attempt with this wind angle for an albatross. 2 bars top spin, then I'm going to find the position there. Second bounce in the rough, we want to hit the rough and then roll out. Using the top spin, aiming the ball guide at the hole. 5.4 is what we have wind direction here, wind strength rather, and the adjustment here, I'm going with 5.9. So this is just over medium distance with 15% elevation. So can be playing on the slider for this one, 66% slider. Bounces very, very nicely in the rough and drops beautifully at the pin for a lovely albatross. Now with the wind angle we have here, you can of course go for a send-it shot. I did have a few attempts, but with APOC 5, not enough topspin to really roll through the rough to the final fairway. Even Thor's Hammer 6 was quite close as well. So here is a safer route, still not without risk though, going for the quarterback with the Kingmaker. Setting up here, top of +9, clear ring touching the rough, going with 3 topspin, 3 right spin. Adjust max +10. Now I say there is some risk here. Great right does risk the rough, but also if you accidentally overpower or don't set up correctly, you could end up with the tree in the way on the second shot. You can obviously still curl around the tree, but we do want to try and play aggressive and go for the albatross if we can. About 1 3/4 ball curl to the right. Could go with a bit more. We do have room on the second bounce, so I'll leave the decisions to you depending how you want to play this one according to your play style. Of course, if you do want to go aggressive, even if you're in the rough or the sand, you bounce on that fairway nicely, you will still reach the green in 2, so it's entirely up to you. Second shot, 2.5 backspin, 3 left spin with the sniper. Obviously we are aiming fairly close to the tree, but after we adjust will take us nicely away. In the video here I play 42% slider, 30% elevation, is slightly over adjusted here. We do miss this one to the right, so you could put a little bit of left curl on just to take the tree out of the equation and get close to the pin. But either way, we do have room to adjust back without going too far on our drive, and we're safely on the green for an eagle. So described a couple of options, go with what you feel suits your play style the best. Thank you so much for watching this playthrough for the Bigfoot 9-hole cup. I hope you all do well. Now to help you even further, please check us out on Facebook. Go to Facebook and type in BK Golf Clash. Search for our group. It is totally free to join. Around 10,000 members there of all skill levels and abilities, sharing shots, posting free guides as well from some of the best content creators in the game, and loads of great discussion points as well. Totally free to do so, and don't forget to subscribe to us here on YouTube if you've not done so already. Good luck, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.